So this morning I read an interesting Facebook post about, when people say we don't need anyone or we don't need to be with people, and yet we're making connection and interaction on social media, which is, in a sense, being with other people digitally. That was an interesting observation, and it is true, and it can sometimes be overlooked and not considered to be with people. And I said in response, I said, I do need the exchange with other minds. I may not necessarily need other bodies, and but having this conscious and mental and intellectual expression is important for me, and that way that's an aspect that I need. I think a person completely in isolation would not be healthy. But there is also the other side of when people are in need of physical contact. That, in my experience, is subconsciously and emotionally driven. I can honestly say I don't need bodies, the physicality of bodies, so much in my life. I'm not dependent on smiles and hugs in the physical so much anymore because of my personal transformation in working with my traumas and my subconscious. I have consciously transmuted a lot of those emotional deficits and those emotional needs that we normally and regularly seek to have fulfilled through the interaction with others, through physical intimacy and such. And I don't need that. There's no need for that in my life anymore because of this great shift. I have become very self-fulfilling. I am my own hug and my own smile. I am my own perpetual embrace because of the way I changed my subconscious thinking about myself, how I feel about myself. You see, I'm not living separated or alienated from myself. I can feel at home in my body. And so I don't need the physical presence of others to make me feel secure, to make me feel wanted, because I want myself, right? I want myself. I want my own presence, and I am always present with me. And that is very satisfying on many different levels. Emotionally, psychologically, mentally, and physically, my body benefits from the health of my emotional, psychological, and mental health. So it's a holistic package that eliminates some of this need to be in a tribe, to be physically with people. Even here, talking to my phone, talking to myself in my phone is very stimulating and satisfying to myself. It's creating a sphere of interaction with myself, and it stimulates this self-expression. I don't know if I can explain it, but like I said, that's very, very satisfying to me. And then I upload this video and I know that other people are going to maybe see this, resonate with it, but it's like I'm in my own little community bubble with my with me, myself, and I, and it's just resulted in a very contented and satisfied way of being, way of life. Yeah, I don't know if this makes sense, but I understand, because in years past I was very emotionally and psychologically needy, because I was so repressed in myself, in my self-awareness, and my own self didn't function as a source of love and psychological support. Like I was my own worst enemy. Like I was at odds with myself, so I was very dependent on the support and validation of the outside world, because within myself there was nothing to get, nothing to receive, nothing to gain, because I was nothing, right? So my well was always empty. I needed the support from outside, but I didn't get that either, because I was so conflicted within myself that I didn't get along with the outside world. It's really complex. But now it's really totally flipped. I have changed my inside world and made peace there, to where it doesn't matter if the outside world is in peace with me or not. I mean, it's nice. It's an added benefit and bonus that as I have found my inner peace, the outer world around me is peaceful as well, because I am not the agitating force anymore that created the outer conflicts, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's interesting, an interesting journey of consciousness, and how that consciousness forms a new reality around me and within me. So definitely not as needs-based as I used to be. So that is relative on the scale of needs. What we need is relative to what we are on the inside.